Sunshine is gone. That's going to get replaced with rain as we head into the drive home. But there's also going to be some snow around. We'll show you who gets what next. Paula?
Well, I'm going to introduce you to a local musical phenom who is wowing audiences at only 6 years old. Wait until you see this.
Also, our top stories, including the Michigan lawmaker who's apologizing for a sexist remark to a reporter. But we'll start with a key moment in the battle over impeachment.
What is at stake here is the Constitution of the United States. This is what an impeachment is about.
The House of Representatives votes to send the articles of impeachment to the U.S. Senate. We have the president's reaction and what's next. All first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, it is a historic moment in American history, no matter which side of the debate you're sitting on. For just the third time, an American president will face an impeachment trial in the U.S. Senate. The process has been playing out throughout the day. Let's get to Kimberly Gill for the very latest. So where do things stand right now, Kim?
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. We're about an hour or so away from what's called the engrossment ceremony. Then the House managers of the impeachment prosecution team will solemnly march across the Capitol to deliver those articles of impeachment to the U.S. Senate. So here's how the day played out. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi named the House managers who will serve as the prosecution team in the Senate trial. There are 7 members, all with legal experience, led by Congressman Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler. Hours later, the House voted 228 to 193 to send their names and the articles of impeachment to the U.S. Senate. As the focus, though, shifts to the upper house, there's still bitter debate among senators about how to handle the trial.
If the Senate blesses this unprecedented and dangerous House process by agreeing that an incomplete case and a subjective basis are enough to impeach a president, we will almost guarantee the impeachment of every future president of either party when the House doesn't like that person.
Conducting an impeachment trial of a president of the United States with no witnesses would be without precedent and, frankly, a new low for the majority in this body that history will not look kindly on.
Well, the president hasn't commented publicly yet, but tweeted this message, quote, "Here we go again, another con job by the do-nothing Democrats. All this work was supposed to be done by the House, not the Senate." So, Karen, the trial in the Senate is expected to start by Tuesday. We'll have much more to coming up when we see you on the news at 5. Until then, back to you.
All right, we'll see you at 5. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
And we'll bring you live coverage of the transfer of the articles of impeachment here on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com when that happens. Stay with us at 5, 6, and watch NBC Nightly News at 6:30 for team coverage of this historic day. Michigan State Senator Pete Lucido of Shelby Township is apologizing for sexist remarks to a reporter in Lansing. Allison Donahue says she was waiting to talk to the senator while he spoke to students from De La Salle High School. That's an all-boys school. She says Lucido said, quote, "You should hang around. You could have fun with these boys, or they could have a lot of fun with you." Donahue calls the comment belittling. Today, Lucido released a statement saying, quote, "I apologize for the misunderstanding yesterday and for offending Allison Donahue." Right now, we are in Lansing trying to talk to Mr. Lucido about his remarks and to see if he'll elaborate on that statement. So we will be live in Lansing for that report tonight at 5. Elsewhere in the state capitol, many of the key players involved in the local green ooze investigation were called to testify today. Regulators and the director of Eagle were peppered with questions revolving around the properties that are now under investigation in Madison Heights, Detroit, and Sanilac County. Officials from Sanilac County say Eagle never reached out to them when concerns erupted there.
It's not nearly as densely populated, but all these people around there still have grandkids that play in the streams. They still drink the water. And remember, we're drinking off of wells here. We're not dealing with municipal water system. And there's types of things that we need to get addressed, and it don't seem to be moving forward.
Our consumer investigator Hank Winchester was in Lansing. He's looking for more answers for you on what went wrong and where things stand. His report at 5. Police are looking for a person of interest after a man is shot at home in Dearborn. This happened this morning on Boston Street near Telegraph and Michigan Avenue. Police say a 24-year-old man is in critical condition. We're told children were home at the time of the shooting. This afternoon, police released a photo of this guy, 25-year-old Jimmy Mitchell. Investigators will only say he's a person of interest, but they say Mitchell is considered armed and dangerous. If you can help find him, call police. Now we have a Local 4 update on some scary erosion threatening homes on Lake Erie. Things continue to be tense along the shoreline in Lexington. Monday, we told you about Gary Smith, whose home sits just 6 feet from the edge of a bluff on Lake Huron. Today, he's bringing in heavy equipment, trying to stop the quickly creeping erosion until he can figure out a more permanent fix. The Army Corps of Engineers are headed to the area. Our live coverage continues on this story at 6. Hope you saw the sun earlier today because we are moving toward another taste of winter, starting with some rain right now. Let's bring in Ben for the very latest.
Yeah, Karen, those showers moving in as we speak across parts of Livingston County. You can see they're light, but they're out there, and there may be a few flakes already. Generally, we expect that snow to start pushing in a little bit later, and that's generally going to be north of M59. But there's another batch of moisture starting to make its way from the southwest. So expect drops at times through the commute, and then we'll see those start to fade as we get into the middle part of the evening. You can see that rain snow line again, generally right there between the metro and north zone. So if you're north of M59, maybe enough to put down an inch or so of accumulation here, but it is going to be pretty light considering what we've got coming this weekend. May still be some lake effect snow lingering towards tomorrow, so we'll talk about that coming up. But as far as temperatures go tonight, those mild numbers continue to fall. We'll be down around freezing at midnight, and we'll show you how things are shaping up for a sloppy Saturday in just a few minutes, Karen.
All right, thank you, Ben. Now I want you to think of the 6-year-olds you've known during your lifetime. They're all pretty adorable in some way, but take a look at this little girl. She's from Macomb Township, who is just wowing people with a viral video showing her rendition of the national anthem. Paula Tubman is with her family right now, and Paula, I understand singing is just the half of it.
Not even the half of it. Okay, so this is Olivia, and she is playing a song that she heard and picked up by ear. It's not just singing. It seems to be a musical ability her parents can't explain. It is probably one of the hardest songs to sing and get right. So imagine being a 6-year-old and being on the national anthem circuit. That is the life of Macomb County's Olivia Scally, self-taught, channeling an out-of-the-world talent that is getting her big notice at stadiums and ball games around the area. Her parents are as blown away as the crowd.
She started playing the piano by ear when she was 2.5, and she can pretty much play any melody that she hears at this point. So when she first did that, and she was not even 3, and I play the piano, but I have to have music, and I play modestly. And we were like, what is that?
I listened to some songs, and I just started singing them, kind of.
She is clearly a phenom, a prodigy. At 5 years old, she saw the musical Cats. She came home, sat down at the piano, and without any formal training, played this.
I feel relaxed. Just focus on the music.
Over Christmas, she composed her first song, You Are Mine. And with incredible micro-focus beyond her years, she seems unflappable, like she can't be rattled, even though her dad can.
I start getting a little bit nervous for her.
God bless America, my home, sweet home. I like singing because other people like it too.
Olivia Scally, thank you to the Scallys for having her do that. That was fantastic. Wasn't that incredible? 5 years old.
Okay, so let's put that in perspective again. So most 6-year-olds are obviously playing the piano Well, how do you play the piano? Again, it's not just singing. It's not just the piano, but she's even picked up the violin, and her first song was Silent Night. This little girl has an ability that is absolutely amazing, Karen.
Oh, Paula, thank you so much for introducing us to her. I have a feeling we'll be following her for many years to come. Great story.
I think you're right.
Well, if you love fashion, but you also care about the environment, there is a new tool that could make you see your closet in a whole new light. Also ahead, locked inside, how this guy ended up all alone, stuck inside his health club with no easy way out. And a new honor for the late Whitney Houston. But there is some controversy swirling around the list of winners that she is part of this afternoon. Trending stories a bit later. Stay with us.